Welcome to our journey through time as we explore the 10 largest empires in history. These colossal realms, each a tapestry woven from conquest, ambition, and cultural exchange, left an indelible mark upon our world. From the British Empire to the Portuguese Empire, we'll uncover the vast territories and fascinating histories of these giants, delving into their rise and fall, their triumphs and tragedies. Let's dive in. Our journey begins with a realm so vast it was said the sun never set on it. The British Empire, at its zenith in 1920, sprawled across 35.5 million square kilometers, nearly a quarter of the Earth's landmass. Imagine the red hue of dawn breaking over the Canadian wilderness, while simultaneously the golden rays of sunset bathed the bustling cities of India. This was the reality of the British Empire, a dominion stretching from the icy plains of Canada to the sun-drenched shores of Australia. Its influence permeated every corner of the globe, leaving its mark on language, law and culture. But such vastness came at a cost. The empire's expansion often meant the subjugation of indigenous populations, the exploitation of resources, and the imposition of foreign rule. The sun may have set on the British Empire, but its story continues to fascinate and challenge us. From the heart of the Eurasian steppe, a new power emerged, a force as relentless and unforgiving as the windswept plains from which it originated. This was the Mongol Empire, forged in the fires of ambition by the legendary Genghis Khan. In a lifespan barely exceeding 6 decades, Genghis Khan united the disparate Mongol tribes and unleashed them upon an unsuspecting world. From the Pacific coast of Asia to the plains of Eastern Europe, the Mongol Empire thundered forth, its horsemen leaving a trail of conquered cities and vanquished foes in their wake. By 1279, at its zenith under Genghis Khan's grandson Kublai Khan, the Mongol Empire encompassed a staggering 24 million square kilometers, becoming the largest contiguous land empire in history. The Mongols were more than just conquerors, they were builders and unifiers. They established a sophisticated system of trade routes, the Silk Road flourishing under their watch, connecting east and west in an unprecedented exchange of goods and ideas. Internal strife and external pressures eventually led to its fragmentation, leaving behind a legacy as complex and multifaceted as the empire itself. A land of vast forests, icy plains and snow-capped mountains, Russia over centuries became synonymous with the empire that bore its name. The Russian Empire, a behemoth spanning 2 continents, etched its presence onto the world stage with a unique blend of European and Asian influences. By 1895, the Russian Empire reached its territorial peak, encompassing a staggering 22.8 million square kilometers. Imagine the Trans-Siberian Railway, its tracks stretching over 9,000 kilometers, connecting Moscow in the west to Vladivostok in the east, a steel artery pulsating through the heart of this colossal realm. The empire's reach extended from the Baltic Sea in the west to the Pacific Ocean in the east, encompassing within its borders a tapestry of cultures, languages and religions. The story of the Russian Empire is one of ambition and expansion, of cultural assimilation and political intrigue. Yet, beneath the veneer of imperial grandeur lay deep-seated social and economic tensions. The vast majority of the population, the peasantry, toiled under a system of serfdom, their lives a world away from the extravagant balls and opulent palaces of the ruling elite. Our journey now takes us to the heart of East Asia, to the land of the dragon where the Qing dynasty reigned supreme for nearly 3 centuries. Founded by the Manchu people, the Qing dynasty rose to prominence in the 17th century. At its peak, the Qing dynasty controlled a vast territory. Imagine the Forbidden City in Beijing, its golden roofs gleaming under the midday sun. From bustling streets to terraced rice paddies, the Qing dynasty presided over peace and prosperity. The Qing emperors oversaw a flourishing of Chinese culture. Trade brought new goods and ideas into the empire. However, the Qing dynasty faced global changes in the 19th century. From the Iberian Peninsula, a new kind of empire emerged, one that would forever alter the course of human history. The Spanish Empire, driven by a potent mix of religious zeal, insatiable ambition, and the allure of unimaginable riches, became the world's first truly global superpower. At its peak in the 18th century, the Spanish Empire's dominion stretched across 13.7 million square kilometers, encompassing vast swathes of the Americas, from the southern tip of South America to the present-day American Southwest. The discovery of the New World by Christopher Columbus in 1492 ushered in a new era of Spanish expansion. Conquistadors, driven by a thirst for gold and glory, toppled ancient empires like the Aztecs in Mexico and the Inca in Peru, claiming vast territories for the Spanish crown. The echoes of the Spanish language, Catholicism, and architectural styles can still be felt throughout Latin America today, a testament to the enduring impact of this once mighty empire. France, a nation synonymous with elegance, culture, and revolution, also left an indelible mark on the world stage through its colonial endeavors. The Second French colonial empire, born out of a desire to reclaim lost prestige and fueled by the industrial might of the 19th century, carved out a vast domain across Africa, Southeast Asia, and the Pacific. At its peak in the 1920s, the Second French colonial empire encompassed approximately 13 million square kilometers, second only to the British Empire in size. Driven by a belief in their civilizing mission, the French sought to impose their language, culture, and administrative systems on their colonial possessions. Schools, hospitals, and railroads were built, but often at the expense of local traditions and self-determination. The Second French colonial empire, like its European counterparts, was built on a foundation of exploitation. The legacy of French colonialism continues to shape the political and cultural landscapes of many former colonies. From the Arabian Peninsula, a new force emerged, driven by religious conviction. The Umayyad Caliphate spread rapidly, carrying Islam's teachings and laying cultural foundations. At its peak, it spanned 11.1 million square kilometers, from the Iberian Peninsula to the Indus River. The Umayyads were also builders and administrators, leaving a lasting architectural legacy. Under the leadership of Kublai Khan, grandson of the legendary Genghis Khan, the Mongol Empire reached new heights of power and sophistication. Kublai Khan, a shrewd strategist and a visionary ruler, sought to consolidate his grandfather's conquests and establish a lasting dynasty that would rule over a unified China. The Yuan dynasty, proclaimed by Kublai Khan in 1271, marked a new chapter in Chinese history, one in which a foreign dynasty for the first time ruled over the entirety of China. Kublai Khan, a pragmatist at heart, recognized the importance of adopting Chinese customs and governing practices to ensure the stability of his rule. He embraced Confucianism, patronized Buddhist monasteries, and commissioned massive infrastructure projects, including the expansion of the Grand Canal. Internal strife, fueled by resentment towards Mongol rule among the Chinese population, coupled with natural disasters and economic instability, weakened the dynasty's grip on power. From the ashes of the Umayyad Caliphate rose a new power in the Islamic world, the Abbasid Caliphate, destined to usher in a golden age of Islamic civilization that would leave an enduring legacy on the world. The Abbasids, named after Abbas, an uncle of the Prophet Muhammad, overthrew the Umayyads in 750 CE, shifting the center of the Islamic world eastward to Baghdad. The Abbasids, unlike their Umayyad predecessors, embraced a more inclusive approach to governance, welcoming Persians, Turks, and other ethnicities into the fold of Islamic rule. Under the Abbasids, Islamic civilization flourished as never before. Baghdad became a global center of learning, home to the renowned House of Wisdom, a library and translation center that preserved ancient Greek and Roman texts, as well as fostering groundbreaking scientific and mathematical discoveries. The Abbasid period witnessed a flowering of Islamic art, architecture, and literature. From the western edge of Europe, a small nation with a thirst for exploration set sail into the uncharted waters of the Atlantic, forever altering the course of history. The Portuguese Empire connected continents and cultures in unprecedented ways. Despite its small size, it controlled strategic trading posts spanning 10.4 million square kilometers. Led by Prince Henry the Navigator, they sought a sea route to the east, The Portuguese Empire's legacy is a complex tapestry of exploration, trade, and colonialism. They established trading posts and colonies that shaped the destinies of these regions for centuries. Thank you for joining us on this historical journey through the largest empires of all time. We've traversed continents, crossed oceans of time, and delved into the stories of empires that shaped the course of human history. From the rise and fall of dynasties to the clash of cultures and the enduring legacies of colonialism, the stories of these empires offer valuable lessons about the complexities of power and the enduring impact of the past on the present. See you in the next video.